I realized some time ago that I did not grow up as I got older. Growing up implies appearing impressive to some degree. I'm not big and strong like you're supposed to be. I'm only big in the sense that I ate my problems away instead of talking about my feelings or going to the gym regularly. To this day, I'm surprised I haven't decayed into dust or met an untimely demise. The stuff I eat isn't exactly recommended by doctors. I just have a theory that after so many years of eating processed foods, I tricked my body into thinking it needs fried chicken, or that it's at least highly tolerant of what is basically poison. Having said that, my muscular system is so broken that only 10 minutes of moderate physical activity makes me feel like I'm about to fall apart. But despite being tired all the time, do I go to sleep at night? No! As I try to make something out of this online career choice, I've gotten so used to using my phone that it has become a part of my daily routine, and my brain is always making excuses. Well, we have to multitask and watch 30 different videos at the same time while we write stuff down and draw pictures and eat. Why? Because despite what your mother told you, you are not a high-functioning autistic. Bless her heart, my mom. I'm very thankful for her presence in my life. I've never had any interest in drugs, alcohol, or smoking because of her. I've always had a strong aversion because I was consistently told it's bad for you. Unfortunately, I developed other addictions: sugar, sleeping, and online stuff. Not even real intimacy with my own partners, so that's just more depressing. That's why I'm big but not strong. I actually lost weight once, but then my grandmother died and we had to move out of the neighborhood because the economy is currently drowning in tar. So I ended up getting depressed and stopped doing cardio. I tried to tell myself, you're probably walk around the house for about 30 minutes, you're fine. I might not lie to others, but only because I lie to myself all the time. I don't know which is worse. I'd like to know what scientists say about this one. What's evolution all about? Survival of the fittest? Well, I don't sound very fit, do I? What aspect helps me in any way? I'll die quickly so that my tribe will have something to eat? My corpse won't go to waste, I guess. I can play video games just fine, but ask me what month we're in and it'll take me more than a second to answer. There's no way that's normal. How does anyone even forget what they just said 5 minutes ago? Sometimes I think we should go back to the Stone Age. We were strong and smart back then. And I know that because we had to be to survive. You can't just stand there outside like an idiot. You had to make plans about hunting for food, growing crops, and stabilizing your community. After a while, they realized they couldn't live in caves because of earthquakes and stuff, so they had to live above ground. But not too close to these animals, they'll kill you. Also, not too close over there. You'll drown from a tsunami. How do we hunt these animals? Well, they're not too fast, but they're jumpy, so we need to be quiet. Surround it, and we'll all get a shot. And they were some of the first people to tell stories and make art. Imagine witnessing the Stone Age version of the Avengers. It must have been bananas. You think they follow the same story beats too, as the MCU? Ugmar, we will return in Ogmar, Dogmog. And everybody starts clapping. But then, thousands of years later, we've arrived at a very complicated point in history. Now we drive cars with air conditioners that barely work, to buildings with computers that barely work, but for some reason they want to use the software instead of hiring humans because it saves money. We type in some numbers and letters for 10 hours with barely any breaks, and then you go back home to eat dinner and go to sleep, begging the invisible man in the sky that doesn't exist to fast forward to Saturday because you hate your job and you want to die. Everybody tells us we need to do this and that. You need to go here and say X, but then say F. If you don't say F to this person, it'll be a whole thing. Also, be sure not to act like 70 too much because it disrupts the frequency of Shurgen Agen Boomer. What? New plan. We all go back to tribes. Keep modern medicine and technology, but make everything else as simple as possible. Because I'm a dumb American. Why didn't the people from a couple thousand years ago think about me and my desires? Very selfish. Shouldn't life be simple anyway? You're born, you live, you die. While you live, you survive, and hopefully make the best of it. Because once you're gone, there are no do-overs. I can sit in my bed, watching a video as I eat mac and cheese, and feel absolutely satisfied. And isn't that just a little beautiful? We should all be doing that. Unless you're vegan. Then, I don't know, eat a bowl of fruits. Just don't eat vegan pasta. It tastes gross. But I'm not a philosopher, or a scientist, or a historian, or a politician. I'm an average Joe airing out his grievances on the internet because I think it'll help. But hopefully it made you laugh. I'm tired now. Bye.